Hi everyone, my name is Mary Beth. Welcome to my channel. Today is Thursday, April 30th. First thing I want to do is wish my twin flame a very happy birthday. And, just a big shout out to my twin flame. It is his milestone birthday. And so I just wanted to say happy birthday to you, my love. Okay, and let's get started. So today is Thankful Thursdays. It says, what is your soul contract? Okay, so what we're going to ask today is, what is your soul contract? What is your soul contract on this twin flame journey? And what life lessons are here for you? As well as, well, what did we sign up for? Let's see. Let's see what we got here. Okay, the first card you got, worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Okay, so what they're telling me, the first thing that has to do with your soul contract, you signed up to be in this twin flame journey, okay? You signed up to be in the divine feminine, where you are being, while you are working on yourself, you are being patient with the divine. The divine is bringing this gift to you, and it is worth waiting for, okay? So they are just asking you to do your part, and your part is to become the best version of yourself. They have a gift for you, and it is worth waiting for. The divine timing is at work for you. Oh, that's my dog, by the way, sorry. And the divine timing is here at work for you in your love life, okay? So that is part of your soul contract, okay? And the divine is asking you to please wait, as it is worth waiting for. All right, the next card you got. It says, when you reconcile with the God mind and not the ego mind, then you reconcile with your twin flame. Yes. So another part of your soul contract is that you have to come into terms with your intuition, your third eye, your God mind, and not your ego mind, okay? So when you are one with your ego mind and you are in a lower frequency with that ego mind, okay? Yes, you can reconcile. Yes, you can be in twin flame union, but it doesn't last, because that is not what you signed up for. This soul signed up to reconcile with your twin flame at a higher vibration. Okay. And so you both came here to become the highest versions of yourself. So in this lifetime, you both signed up to get into the highest vibration, meaning the fifth dimension, the love vibration, where you learn to unconditionally love yourself and unconditionally love your twin flame. Okay. And it is when you are in your, whatever word you want to use, universe mind, your intuition, God mind, whatever it is, that is when you will reconcile with your twin flame. All right, what else did you sign up for? Okay, so this says boundaries. It says set boundaries, protect your precious time and energy. Yes. So another life lesson that you signed up for is that many people will be crossing your boundaries, and it is your job to protect your own energy, okay? To, not allow people to be a vampire, and you need to learn how to protect your time, your energy. You need to be working on yourself and not allowing others to take up, to cross your boundaries, is what they're saying. So one of your life lessons is that you must learn to set your boundaries. Okay. What else is in your soul contract? Another soul contract is trust. Okay. And so what they're saying here is that another part of your soul contract is you need to learn to trust the divine. So the divine, again, has a gift for you. Okay. And the divine is asking you to do your part in your soul contract. And you need to trust that this is what you are going to achieve. Trust that there is a gift for you here. Trust that the divine is helping you. Trust in the universe. Trust that they would not give you a twin flame if they didn't want you to be in union. And so it's a very hard lesson. I get it. It's really, 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 really hard. But this is part of your soul contract, to learn how to trust. This is what's going to catapult you into the fifth dimension, because you're using your, I see a theme here. So in your soul contract, they're asking you to, be patient, okay, and to trust, and to kind of work on your own energy field and protect your own time, all right? And then learn to reconcile with your higher mind. So with trusting, you're also reconciling. It's when you're not trusting, it's when you're questioning, that's when you're aligning with your intellect or ego mind. But when you're trusting, now you are reconciling with your higher mind, is what they're telling me. Okay, the next card you got. So Ace of Cups. Yes. So this again is about unconditional love. So this is about unconditionally loving yourself first and then unconditionally loving your twin flame. This is part of your soul contract. This is what you signed up for. Part of the life lessons is that we are all one. And there's this famous YouTuber that likes to talk about the Coca-Cola relationship between man and woman, or it doesn't have to be a man and woman, it could be any gender. And it's very much based on conditional love. It's very conditional because as soon as they don't do what you want them to do, it's over. And so what they're teaching you to do is be of unconditional love, to unconditionally love someone no matter what. It's very difficult, but that is how you become the divine feminine. That is how you become the divine masculine. That is how you become the divine. And that is what you signed up for. You signed up to be part of the divine. You actually signed up to be the divine, okay? And so, and that is going into the fifth dimension. And you guys are pioneers in this. And so a lot of that has to do with unconditional love. And some of you probably have a difficult time just unconditionally loving yourself as well, And so a lot of that has to do with inner child work and wounding, wounds and clearing. Okay. And so that is also part of the life lessons that you signed up for. All right. The next card you got is Let It Go. So it says we're always carrying something. Sometimes it's the idea that we should be a certain way, or a memory of when a close friend let us down, or our view of how everyone around us should behave. While holding views and opinions is not intrinsically bad, each one weighs us down in its own way, limiting what we can do and how we can be. Spend a few minutes reflecting on a particular burden you're carrying and play with what it might be like. What it might be like to let it go. Then let it go. So again, that's part of our soul contract, is to be burdened. I know it sounds funny, but this is what they're telling me. Part of your soul contract was to be burdened, and then for you to learn to let it go. Okay. And that's part of it is the whole like trusting and having unconditional love. Okay. Part of the twin flame journey is about, yes, being burdened. Okay. Yes, about trials and tribulations, because that is where you do most of your work. That is where you do most of your deep diving. You don't do your deep diving when things are going well. You just, hang out and maybe some of you do, but I don't, you just kind of go with the flow and you're like, wow, things are going great. There's no need for me to deep dive. No need to better myself, but it's when things start to go wrong. It's when you start to get burdened. It's when things start to weigh you down. And that's when you have to start letting things go. When things start limiting you, and when it's your ego mind that starts limiting you, and you're noticing more and more that your ego mind and your intellect is overthinking, and you keep living in the past, or keep thinking things are not going to go well, or the future doesn't look good, that's when, okay, you realize this is a contract that I signed off on, that I need to master. I need to master this. This is part of my soul contract to let it go. That's what they're telling me. All right, the next card you got is Pallas Athena. Okay, and the affirmation with this is, I use the sword of truth to lead the way. I use the sword of truth to lead the way. It says Pallas Athena is known as the goddess of truth and wisdom. She is the lord of karma for the fourth ray and holds the sword of truth to show humanity the way. Although she wields her sword for the highest ideals and divine truth, she prefers to use wisdom to settle disputes. Your guidance is to follow her example. See the higher perspective in all areas of conflict. Draw on your abundance of wisdom and tact to communicate with everyone concerned, and use the sword of truth to point the divine way forward. Okay. Use your sword of truth to lead the way. Don't let your intellect, don't use your ego mind. Use your higher mind to see the truth. Okay? And that way, you are going to be an example of what it looks like to lead a life of higher perspective in all areas of conflict. That's what you're learning to do. This is what you signed up. So this is what they're telling me. So you signed up to be this sort of truth, You signed up for this, getting all these different conflicts in your life so that you could learn to have a higher perspective and that you can use your own wisdom and higher mind to get to the divine truth of things. Okay, so that's something else that is in your soul contract. The next card you got is Kyanite. It says, make time for self-care. Taking care of yourself is essential right now. So another part of your soul contract was learning how to take care of you. Being the divine feminine, it's all about the yin. We're all very good at being in the divine masculine, right? That's what's valued, especially in America. I don't know about other countries, but it is very valued here to be very, strong minded, letting the intellect rule over the heart. We're very much into manifesting. We are very giving. We are very just moving forward. And we are all about ambition and going for it. That's what the divine masculine is all about. But the divine feminine is all about receiving. It's about nurturing oneself. It's about, being in that breathing and being still and, loving yourself unconditionally loving others. Okay, so something else you signed up for in your soul contract is making time for yourself, loving yourself, being still. Okay, again, all those yin activities that most people ignore or don't really like doing. A lot of it has to do with just, again, breathing and being still and receiving, being in that receiving mode and self-care. Okay. And then I also was asked to pull this. It says, nothing will work unless you do. Okay. And so what the divine is saying, you signed up to do all these things, but nothing will work unless you do the work. So this is from Maya Angelou, who said this. And so, it's time to do the work, because nothing will work until you do the work. So all of this is part of your soul contract that you signed up to do. But your soul contract, the gift at the end will not come to fruition if you don't do the work. Nothing will work unless you do. Okay, so that's what they wanted me to show you. Something to ponder on. It says, I'm keeping my promise to myself of, okay, I am keeping my promise to myself of. So what kind of promise are you making yourself? Or make a promise to yourself and keep it. Okay, and then of course it has a lot to do with your soul contract. You promised yourself that you would do these. This is what you signed off on before coming. So this would probably be in your Akashic records. These are things that you signed up for. And it's not an easy journey. They only ask the strongest of the strongest to do a journey like this. Or hardly anyone's doing this journey. This is a very small percentage of people who are doing this. I would say only about 4% of the world's doing this. And maybe 2% of the world is succeeding. So keep going. All right. Well, I do hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button. Tomorrow is Friday, and we're going to do Fantastic Fridays, and it's about how to become the best version of yourself. And what does it mean to be the divine feminine, divine masculine? Well, I hope to see you then, and I will talk to you next time. Thanks. Bye.